Cut and Dry Talent Radio.
You're listening to Chris Cult on Cut and Dry Talent Radio.
This is episode 135 of Cut and Dry Talent Radio. I am your humble and beloved host, Chris Cult. Today we bring you yet another band of talented individuals straight out of Orange County, California, the Dime Store Zombies. Welcome, guys.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you for coming today. Well, I believe an introduction is in order for each one of you gentlemen. Could you please give us your names and what role you play in the band?
Mike Baker, drums.
James Preston, vocals and keyboards.
Chris Berry, guitars.
Jack Lester, slapping the bass.
Now, I want you guys to let our listeners know what kind of music you play. But first, I'd like to read a quote from your Facebook page, which gives a rather colorful description of the type of band you are. And I quote, "Visualize the Ramones and the Partridge Family emerging from a graveyard party on Halloween night with David Bowie as their MC. That earworm crawling out of your head is the sound of the Dime Store Zombies."
Is that unusual?
Now that is awesome.
Seems normal to me.
Yeah, sounds right.
It's a very interesting description, but from a technical standpoint, how would you categorize yourselves?
It's kind of a new wave revival. That's how I feel about it. You know, it's a real current approach to some classic sounds.
Yeah, like a 80s.
Well,
A little bit of the 80s.
I can see where some of that might be in play, but I really do feel like with what we did with this album is we really tried to bring in some modern sounds with some of the retro sounds.
Exactly.
So I definitely wouldn't classify it as something that's completely out of an era. However, bringing that era in and with a lot of the modern instrumentation that's going on today, kind of in kind of what we're hearing. A lot of people tag us as, in terms of on our Facebook page or stuff like that, is pop punk. I know Chris and I have talked about that.
It does.
It's kind of got a pop punk sound. So, I don't know, that might be one category.
Hence the Ramones and Partridge Family thing.
Yeah.
and then we also brought in some mandolin, banjo, trumpet on a few of the songs. So some traditional instruments mixed in that way added a unique flavor to the album.
And I think bringing some of these instruments like that Jack just mentioned that's where we're pulling in the modern today sound, and then mixing and integrating that with our retro feel that we have as well. So the mandolins, the trumpets, the accordions, gosh, what else? Banjos.
Drums.
Drums, yeah, too. Yeah. Well, that's always going to be there.
Drums in there? Really? I didn't hear them.
What drums? Now, you guys aren't strangers to the music business whatsoever. You've been around for some time now and have changed project names on several occasions. Can you give us a little history on where you all began and how you got to the point where you are today with the Dime Store Zombies?
We're going to do the Cliff Notes version. Excuse me, version, not virgin. that needs to be edited. That needs to be. I don't know how you're going to edit that one, but anyhow,
This part won't make it.
Yeah. Mike Baker and I have worked together forever, and for as long back as I can remember, and we came out of the alternative Christian rock scene in the 90s in a band called Sincerely Paul that was signed to Blonde Vinyl Records. And we were together 7 years doing that. We had a great time doing that. We had unbelievable experiences that I never in my life would think that we would be able to have in terms of opening up for other bands and playing some of the venues over those 7 years and meeting some of the people we did. And after Sincerely Paul stopped and we parted ways, we really parted ways in terms of, Mike, how long? I don't even know how long it was until I talked to you again. Was it 12 years? It was about 12 years. And,
wow.
During that time, I had myself decided it's time for me to go back to graduate school because I had already had one of my degrees, and I wanted to go back and get my psychology license and get that done and out of my hair. So there was a lot of things that were happening, and in that time, the internet's coming along, all this stuff's happening, and lo and behold, somebody does a Sincerely Paul thing on the internet and says, "Where are they now?" And that's how Mike got a hold of me. And I want to say that was 2007. I'm just guessing at dates. But anyhow, Mike finds me, and he just kind of cornered me and said, "You know what? I miss doing music. I'd like to do music with you again." And, it just kind of started like that. And we started writing. It took a little bit to kind of get going at first. And then, luckily, we found Chris. And when Chris came in, it really changed a lot of things because I think Mike and I were kind of going at, there was more electronic stuff involved in the beginning. And I think Mike and I just got to the point where I just didn't like writing from an electronic perspective. And I just really liked having the guitar as part of, a rhythmic instrument to write from. And Chris brought, this wonderful skill base that he had to the band, and it just changed everything again. And I think that's really where we saw a pivotal moment happen in terms of our songwriting and finally getting, okay, we can do this again.
All right, well, you've got a brand new self-titled album which will be released anytime now, and we'll talk about that album on the next segment. But let's play one of those tracks right now, and I'm going to kind of throw this out there for you guys. What do you guys want to kick things off with here?
Vampire Fish.
Vampire Fish.
Vampire Fish.
Let's do that.
They're not going to twist my arm on
I'm
that.
thinking Vampire Fish. Yeah. I don't know why, but
Thank you, Chris. All right, stay tuned. We're going to be back with more of these guys in a moment. So here's Vampire Fish. We'll be right back.
Church door open wide, sinner, won't you come inside? Rise up, stand up, raise your bony hands to the air. Rumors circulate, forget about the pearly gates. Man up, assimilator, you won't congregate over here. Vampire fish, vampire, vampire. Vampire fish, vampire, vampire. Suck on this. Church bells ring for us. Join a members only club. Look like one of us, then the hate will disappear. Change you if we could. You look so Hollywood, lipstick so hip. Return to Collinwood in fear. Vampire fish, vampire, vampire. Vampire fish, vampire, vampire. stuck on there.
Cut and Dry Talent Radio, KGUP 106.5 FM, Riverside, Los Angeles, California. That was Vampire Fish by our special in-studio guest, Dime Store Zombies. Okay, you've got this brand new self-titled album coming out with a lot of exciting new music on it. And what can you tell us about it? And is it, would you say it's a theme album?
I don't think it's a theme album. We've done theme albums, and I know Mike and I have done theme albums. No, this is really kind of a big mixture, hodgepodge, is that the word, of kind of a little bit of everything. So.
Yeah, there's a few songs that touch on similar themes, but it's a broad spectrum of different styles and different theme of the music.
Vampires, zombies, and angels.
Yeah, it's like, consider where Mike and I come from in the past to zombies. People are kind of going, wow, boy, have you guys changed over the years? So, and it's all in good fun because, I think that's our motto, is that we just like having a good time doing the music and bringing back that fun that we feel collectively has been lost, I think, in rock. I just, to go and see a band and just go and feel a good fun energy is what we want to come across as, and I hope that we can bring that to our live shows for people.
Yeah, definitely. But is there anything specifically within the album you'd like to touch on as far as any of the songs? Maybe do you guys have any personal favorites on the album or anything like that, or maybe the production process, post-production process of the album?
Well, my favorite song on the album is Political Zombie, just because, it's a satire on politics, which, is a subject I've almost given up on, as of late. So it's kind of, it was a fun way to, lightheartedly just make fun of, some actual issues, and then also, just make fun of the whole thing in general. And and it's a rockin' tune. I'd love to play it on stage as well.
Yeah. How about you, Chris?
I like Vampire Fish. It's probably our most classic pop punk homage in that it's just the four chords with the key change in the middle.
Yeah.
And I love it. It's so simple, but it's so very rhythmically hypnotic. It's got the hook. The lyrics, James did, were just fantastic. So it's one of those songs that just runs up, kicks you in the nads, and then it's done and around the block.
All right. I like that. I don't like being kicked in the nads. I like that.
Someone else's fine.
Somebody else's.
We point and laugh, and as long as it's not us, right?
Mike's got a big old red grin on his face.
Chris?
Chris is here again and he's talking. All right, well, I want to play a couple songs in a row now. Back-to-back tracks, because we're all about the music, and we want to hear two off the album. What do you guys want to launch first for our first of two here?
Faceless.
Yeah, Mike.
Faceless.
Faceless it is.
Faceless.
This is actually my favorite track on the album.
Yeah, you wanted to talk about that, didn't you?
Yeah, Faceless is one of these songs that came out of something I've kind of observed over the years as we're getting into this, what I call the Facebook generation. And the song kind of stemmed from an experience that I have watched just being on Facebook with people over the years, and the whole process of defriending, unfriending, liking this, liking that, gossip, drama queens, everybody's issues going all over the place for everybody to see. And, now, I know I'm a clinical guy during the day, but I just find this stuff really fascinating, and so I thought, let's, Dime Store Zombies, we have such a good sense of humor. Let's take this, and I think I can write really good lyrics to this and really kind of poke fun at ourselves at the same time. But I think it does have a very broad message to it. So,
yes.
And so I was just so amazed when we all got together, and this song, I had this melody, brought it out, the guys just picked up on it, and then this is one of those things where we bought a trumpet player, a real trumpet player, a friend of Jack's,
Chris Chandler.
Yep.
What is it? Chase
Chandler. Yeah,
Okay.
thanks, Chase.
Chase came in, did this amazing trumpet part. I mean, I will never forget. I stopped when I was doing something, and I just went, and I had to go back, and I heard this, and I look at Mike, and I go, that's the take. I mean, you just knew it. And then when we got in the studio and put his parts in, and I really every time I hear this song, it is something that I can honestly say is probably my favorite song on the album.
Excellent. Yeah, excellent. So why don't we start, Mike, I'm sorry, I didn't get your favorite, buddy. I'm sorry. You're just looking at me like, what the hell, bud?
You didn't have enough coffee. I know, man.
Where's your Starbucks?
I think Mike's brain is still sleeping in the house.
That's normal for Mike.
I think one of my favorite tracks on the album is San Juan Skyway, where we brought in mandolin player.
All right. Well, what do you want to play second in these two here?
San Juan.
Yeah, let's do Faceless and San Juan Skyway.
All right. See, Mike, you got your part in.
You can leave now.
Go, Mike.
Drummer always gets abused.
All right, fellas, let's do those two right now. We're going to start the first of two with Faceless, and we'll be right back.
You're faceless, so faceless. You're spewing out your hate for all to see. Be careful, little one. Take a look at what you've done. Defriended me so easily in the blink of an eye. So plastic and hurtful, you conquer and divide. I thought that we were friends until the bitter end. Your comments and postings were meant to be seen. You live out your life like a babe from a grave. You're faceless, so faceless. You're spewing out your hate for all to see. You're shameless and jaded. The posting on your wall was meant for me. You hide behind your wall, just hoping I will fall. You're a coward in real life who needs to grow a spine. Confront me in real time instead of from online. You're faceless, so faceless. You're spewing out your hate for all to see. You're shameless and jaded. The posting on your wall was meant for me. You like this, you like that, you like this, and you unlike that. You like this, you like that, you like this, and you unlike that. Faceless, so faceless. You're spewing out your hate for all to see. Like it, like it. You're shameless and jaded. Posting on your wall was meant for me.
Cut and Dry Talent Radio.
KGUP 106.5 FM, the Emerge Radio Network.
There's a stormy sky beneath the falling snow. Where it's going, I don't wanna even know. Distant world outside lingers on with its routine. When I'm here, I feel I'm posing for a magazine. Moonlit world outside casts a shadow through the rain. Clouds are moving, changing faces fade to gray. And so here you are, checking dreams
Cut and Dry Talent Radio. We're back with my in-studio guest, Dime Store Zombies. And in the last segment, Jack brought up his favorite song, Political Zombie. You guys recently produced and released a music video that contains a lot of political satire portrayed through the use of zombified American political figures like Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, looks like George Bush, and Ronald Reagan. And you have like 2 Democrats and 2 Republicans
We're
in
a
there.
fair and balanced band.
Yes, I noticed that.
We'd like to spread the vote.
Yeah.
So,
And when I watched it and listened to the song, though containing those funny characters, seemed to come across as an angry song, especially when James was singing in some of the scenes there, looked a bit angry. Was this track an expression of your personal anger with American politicians or the political system as a whole?
I would say the political system as a whole, where I just think people, doesn't matter what side of the fence you land on, are just fed up with everything. And just fed up of the BS, quite frankly. And so if the song does come across a little angry, I would agree that it does. I think there is some anger. I think people are kind of, we're there. We've crossed the point.
Yeah.
And so when we framed this in a way where it's like, okay, we're not going to say, we all have our different belief systems here. So, and that let's completely come at this at a nonpartisan point of view.
One of the things I get out of this song, one of the messages, is thinking for yourself. Because when you think about it, political zombie, and it applies not just to politics, but to any organization or belief system. People, they identify with it. Yeah. I'm this. I'm that. So they start thinking, well, my thought process has to go along with whatever my group says is correct. So you almost become a zombie. You're not thinking for yourself.
Yeah.
I don't want to be considered a Democrat, a Republican, a Catholic, or whatever. I want to be me, and I'll take influences from those groups, but my decisions are going to be mine. I'm going to own them. Sure. And that's kind of a good message this song brings across.
Yeah. And nothing says independence like purple hair and a zombie mask.
That's right. Presidential zombie. That's right.
Politicians use a lot of the sort of a false anger to get their point across, to make things more dramatic, make things seem worse than they really are. And I think particularly James captured that extremely well with it. The finger wagging. We know what's best for you, and you're gonna, we're gonna hit our hand on the table, and somebody think of the children. This sort of thing.
If you guys watch any part of the video, my favorite part is when James is getting a drink. The look on the face is classic.
Zombie juice.
Yeah, that's the zombie juice Kool-Aid drinking scene.
What do you think about playing that song right now?
Zombie.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that. When we get back, we'll have more of these crazy guys and some more music for you. So take care. We'll be right back.
Don't try and run and take me by the hand. I have no need to settle into your wasteland. I've seen enough to make me wanna hide my head. 'Cause that's what happens when you become like the dead. Cause I'm a political zombie. Just try and find my heartbeat when I abandon this group. Think you won't find us all. Zombie, zombie, zombie. How I love to pull your heartstrings. Zombie, zombie, zombie. Let me lead you round on my leash. So if you really want me to take a stand, have nothing to do with your promised land. Too many people tried telling me what to think. If you gave a damn, you'd teach me how to think. lie, toe the line. Don't look like you're hypnotized. You have no brains, no common sense. Buying lies, pay no sweat. Kool-Aid you drank through. Mindless zombie, we love you. Too late now, who's the fool? Mindless zombie, shoot the moon. Zombie, zombie, zombie. How I love to pull your heartstrings. Zombie, zombie, zombie. Let me lead you round on my leash.
Chris called back again with the Dime Store Zombies. Well, guys, we're about out of time. I wanted to play one more track, but first let us know what you've got cooking up in the future for the band and maybe some contact information on how people can purchase your album and follow dates for upcoming shows, that sort of thing. What do you got for us on that?
Well, our album release date is September 17th. It is a self-titled. It'll be
tomorrow.
It'll be, it's 11 tracks up on iTunes, Amazon, cdbaby.com, our website, dimestorezombies.com, our Facebook page, /Dime Store Zombies.
You can watch our latest video and listen to most of our music on our Reverb Nation site as well.
We're going to put links in the description box below the player of the podcast version of the show for the listener's convenience.
We also have our live dates on the website and on our
Do you?
Reverb Nation page, and
Okay.
Facebook will announce them, so you can come see the Living Dead play live.
What is the website address again?
dimestorezombies.com.
That was simple.
Yeah, everyone should come see
Cut
us
and
live,
dry.
everyone. Come see the Dime Store Zombies live. It's a pretty awesome show. Promise you'll have a good time.
We've been really busy with the music videos. Our next one up is for Faceless, and it's going to be all animated.
And then in October, we're going to Colorado
Yes.
to film Skyway, San Juan Skyway.
Going
no
up
kidding,
to
really? Colorado.
Telluride, up all the way up to Telluride, Colorado, and we're going to be filming a music video up there for San Juan Skyway because that's actually where the lyrical influence came.
That's where San Juan Skyway is.
Yeah, that's where San Juan Skyway
That's
actually
really
is.
cool. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me here today. It was an honor to see you all again. I wanted to wish you all luck with the album and
Thank
your
you.
upcoming
Thank you
shows
very
and
much.
your upcoming videos. Just good luck and have a blast doing it, man.
Well, thanks,
I
Chris.
really
Thank
had
you,
a lot of
Chris.
fun
Thanks
doing
having
it.
us
very
on.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate it. All right, so for episode 135 of Cut and Dry Talent Radio, I am your humble and beloved host, Chris Kalt, signing off. And as always, thanks for listening. We're going to close with Fangs.
She's a teacher, such a creature with a one-track evil mind. She's so eager to be featured in the tabloid of the Times. She thinks she's a superstar around people, but she's out for your blood. Prima donna in chains is more like it. Get prepared for the flood. She's kinda like the kid that always lies. You know, the kind that makes everybody cry. Deep down, she lives a lonely life. Lonely life, lonely makes everybody cry. Deep down, she lives a lonely life, lonely life, lonely life. Bang, bang, bangs. She's got bangs. She's got that look in her eye without even doing a thing. Bang, bang, bangs. What's her thing? To let her cozy up to you will prove to be the biggest mistake. You won't make me cry. You live a life of lies. Bang, bang, bangs. She's got bangs. She's got that look in her eye without even doing a thing. Bang, bang, bangs. Hey, what's her thing? To let her cozy up to you will prove to be the biggest mistake.
Cut and Dry Talent Radio is written and produced by Chris Cult. Copyright CLK Video Productions. All featured artists and writers retain all copyrights to their material. Sale and distribution of this program without express written permission is a violation of national and international copyright laws. I'm your announcer, Deborah Larson. Thanks for listening.